Welcome to the podcast. In our last episode, we talked about what you can plan while your Spanish visa is still in progress. Today, we're going to talk about the other side of that equation. What should wait until your visa is fully approved? This is where sequencing becomes incredibly important. When you're in the middle of major life transitions, it's natural to want clarity. It feels productive to lock things in, dates, leases, shipments, arrivals, but some decisions carry more weight than others, and timing those correctly can dramatically reduce stress. Let's start with shipment departure. Once your household goods leave America, your move shifts from theoretical to operational. There's still flexibility in international shipping, but there are more moving parts. You have transit, custom coordination, delivery schedule, and storage, and all that alignment has to come into play. That doesn't mean that you can't plan your shipment early. You absolutely should. But the actual departure timing is usually best aligned more closely with confirmed visa approval. Why? Because departure triggers momentum. And when immigration timelines are still fluid, preserving a little buffer protects you from unnecessary pressure. Now, let's talk about housing. Permanent housing decisions can feel urgent. Many people think, if I can just secure a lease, I'll feel settled. But signing a long-term lease before visa approval can create emotional and logistical strain. If your approval takes longer than expected, or if travel timing shifts even slightly, housing commitments can start to feel heavy rather than exciting. This is why temporary housing often plays a valuable role in visa pending relocations. It preserves your flexibility. It allows arrival to happen without locking you into a long-term decision before you're legally positioned to settle fully. Temporary housing is not a compromise. It's a strategic bridge. Now, let's discuss customs. Custom documentation can absolutely be reviewed and prepared early. In fact, it should be. Understanding what paperwork will be required, how residency status aligns with import rules, and what documentation needs to be organized, that's part of smart preparation. But formal clearance coordination is typically aligned with your legal entry and residency timeline. Customs is not just about paperwork, it's about status. Sequencing that correctly ensures that nothing feels rushed or misaligned. There's a simple framework that helps here. Prepare boldly, execute precisely. Preparation gives you options. Execution requires alignment. When people blur these two phases, they often fall into one of two traps. They either rush into commitments too early because they want progress, or they avoid all decisions because they're afraid of moving prematurely. And neither approach creates stability. The balance approach is intentional pacing. You allow yourself to think through scenarios. You clarify what your shipment might look like. You understand how storage could fit in. You explore housing options, but you hold off on irreversible commitments until the immigration piece is firmly in place. This doesn't slow your move down, it steadies it. Visa timelines can feel unpredictable, but they are a normal part of intentional relocation. When your shipping, housing, and custom decisions are sequenced intelligently around that reality, uncertainty becomes manageable. You're not stuck, you're staging. If you're unsure which parts of your relocation should move forward now and which are better timed closer to approval, that's exactly the kind of conversation that prevents stress later. Call 844-651-7050 to speak with a relocation specialist or visit our website to structure your move to Spain with clarity and confidence.